How about the batting centre? Why there?
If I were to guess...
We'll still be able to see anyone approaching us. In fact, this could even be better than darts. If one person does all the batting, the other can observe our surroundings without losing concentration on the game. Got a point. And even better, a bat makes for a much more effective defensive weapon than darts.
I see.
I see. Well, I'll handle the defense part for us, but let's get over there before something bad can happen to us here.
Speaking of burdens, have you been studying for your exams?
That is something I try not to think about too much. Obsessing over rote memorization would affect my reasoning skills.
Well, I reason that you shouldn't let your club activities get in the way of your studies.
I admit that's also something I try not to think about.
That doesn't sound like the Amasawa I know. Gotta face the facts sometime.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, brother.
That way?
I've come in Bellends on the left. The fuck? Oh, you're that type of person to do kung fu, are you, little bitch? Well, you got demolished.
And stay down.
Absolutely, well and truly demolished. How wouldn't that knock you out instantly? Okay, just do it that way. Hey, you're wearing a fucking... Again, you're wearing a COVID mask. Why am I meant to be scared of you again? Some more balance here.
Really, guys?
Oh, we're off then?
We are indeed. To the batting centre.
いらっしゃいませ。
Give this to our friendly felines and our dog as well.
ありがとうございます。
Got the big boss in gold. Let's take you out, mate.
I wish you hadn't. Let's do this.
Whoa, fucking hell. That's a new move.
Let's do this.
Ooh,
What a waste.
destroyed. We need another bento to get our health to the full. Nice, let's upgrade some crane. EX finishing blow crane, and then chance finishing blow executed during an EX boost. Combo that can pull others in. Press triangle after a triangle combo during EX boost. Typical scummy move, that mate.
Really, guys?
I think he threw some fucking acid in my eyes or something.
Coming with you.
Little bell end.
I wish you hadn't. What a waste. Really, guys?
Love it. He was that happy about destroying them people that he jumped on top of a car again. Yeah. Nice, made it safely. Let's get right into it so we don't look suspicious. Right, acting natural, alright, slugger. Show me what you got. You're not gonna bat, Amasawa? Hey, let's just say I'm more literally inclined than authentically inclined. Pretty sure even a bookworm can swing a bat. Still a bit too hard-boiled of detective work for my taste. Okay, just keep an eye out while I swing a few. Can't have anyone sneaking up on us.
Yes.
Right, leave it to me.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah, mate. Never have been any good at this fucking baseball, you know. There we go. Home run.
Nice. Yep.
Not bad. Oh, are you having an off day?
Nah.
I guess so. Kind of weird. Usually I get a few more hits in than that. I don't. Well, it happened to us all. Happens to us all, I suppose. Great, the bookworm has to make me feel better here. Phew, sure worked up a sweat in there. Have some water.
Ah.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
So any luck on your end, spot anyone? Yeah, about that I've seen a few somewhat suspicious people, but no one who seems to be paying us any attention. I see. Why don't we take a short break for now?
Hey.
Hey, Amasawa, can I ask you something? What is it? Is your grandfather the reason you started the Mystery Research Club?
Yes.
Yes, in fact, he's the reason I grew so obsessed with mysteries in general. He's been a very big influence in my life. So do you see yourself becoming a mystery author in the future? I certainly hope so. No more than that. I believe it's something I must do. Really?
Yes.
Yes, truth be told, my dream is to complete his unfinished masterpiece.
Oh.
Oh, do you have an unfinished manuscript of his?
Well,
I do. When he passed away, he was in the midst of completing the final entry of his most popular series. He got roughly halfway through the draft, but he didn't write anything about the most crucial part, the dual reveal of the culprit and the method.
that being said,
He didn't leave any notes behind that even hint towards what they could be, so no one knows how he meant to finish the book. Sounds like you've got some real work on your hands. Indeed, although I recently realised something that could be the potential answer to the mystery.
Oh.
Damn, you really are good. I'll have to send you a copy someday for that. Let me know if you figure it out before you get to the end. Excuse me? Huh?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? Yagami-san, please keep eye contact and pretend we're just chatting.
Huh?
Why?
Well,
There's a man across the street who keeps looking at us.
Hmm?
There is. Now that I think of it, he was at the arcade too.
What?
He followed us here.
yes.
Seems so. He wasn't acting suspicious there at first, but later when I took off with the statue and hid from his sight, he was looking around in a panic, like he'd lost sight of something. So you think he's been after us this whole time? Yes, I'd presume so.
Excuse me.
Yagami-san, how about we take a bit of a calculated risk? What is it you want to calculate?
Yes.
If I stay here and distract him, would you be willing to slip out and loop back around him? That way you can catch him before he has a chance to escape.
I see.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a solid plan. I'll get over to him real quick. Gotta find that back door first. He'll definitely see me coming from here. How can I sneak up on him without getting caught? That jacket. He recognises me. I guess he did see me with Amasawa at a few different places. How can I sneak up on him without getting caught? That's going to be extra tough, since he knows what I look like right now. Okay, what are we meant to do? Do we put a disguise on or something? Do you reckon? That's what I might think we might have to do. Alright, let's try a disguise. Hey, I think that's the thing we need to do. Alright, this outfit should do. I'll move slowly enough to not call his attention.
Hey.
Hey.
Hmm?
Huh? Who are you? Wait, you're with that girl. And you're the firebug at the pawn shop, right?
Yagami-san!
Yagami-san. Amasawa, keep away. The cat, the lucky cat. Oh, do you want this? You want it because it's evidence, right? Because of what's still on it. Ah, you saw it. You saw it. So what, pray tell? Is there something on this cat that could put you away for good, perhaps? What? Excellent bluff, Amasawa. You led him right where you wanted him. What?
Hey.
And now we have the final confirmation, so what is it on this cat that could get you in so much trouble? You tried to burn down a pawn shop over this thing. What's on the cat that you need gone so badly? Who knows?
Hey!
Answer us. What do you know about Keaton Amasawa's death? Hey, I said stay back.
Ah?
Hand it over. What? How? Dare you? Oh.
Amasawa.
Geez, Amasawa, I thought you said you weren't suited for the hard-boiled work. I suppose I was a bit rambunctious when I was little, still have what it takes to raise a bit of hell when needed. You fuckers, I'm just gonna kill you both and take the thing. Okay, Amasawa, it's my job from here on. Stay back, seriously. Oh. Ah.
Hey.
Hey, great. He's out cold. Let's tie him up just in case. That ought to do it. Oh, he's got all gross.
Yagami-san,
Yagami-san, consider how this man reacted to the cat.
if I were to guess...
I believe there's at least one secret to it that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not now that neither your family or the police knew about it at the time either.
Yes.
And if that's the case, it's not going to be easy to discover. But I can't say that there's absolutely nothing to it. After all, it was one of my grandfather's most cherished rare possessions.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, why don't we give it another thorough look over? Yeah, good idea.
What the? Hey.
There's a slight gap around the neckline. Really a gap? I thought it was all one big moulded piece. Look, right there. It's more apparent now that it has mud in it. Must have been from when it got dropped earlier. How odd. Why could it be there?
What the?
This eyeball jiggles a little. Actually, I can push it in a bit too. Oh, you're right. Interesting that the eyes are actually separate parts. But why make something so elaborate? I'm not sure. Is it a camera? Has it got a camera inside of it? I wonder. A jiggly eye and a gap around the neck. I wonder if they have any function.
Which means...
You know, if the eyes and the neck are... Could it be... an eye for the truth? Will eventually find the way. Hold on to that keen eye and take a good look around you.
What was that?
What? Sorry, I just remember my grandfather saying this once while holding the cat. He said it with pride, but it always stuck out as somewhat odd to me.
If I were to guess...
Maybe he was giving me a hint all the way back then. A hint to how the cat works.
Yes.
Sometimes he'd give me clues to see if I could pick up on a mystery as a sort of game.
I see.
I see, but what do you think he meant by it? Perhaps we're supposed to hold on to the eye and make the head go around. Look around. Yeah, we should hold the loose eye in place and spin the head.
In other words...
Oh, I see. You hold on to the keen eye and make the head take a good look around.
Yes.
Right. Leave it to the wordsmith, huh? We'll say we give it a try. Oh, it turned. The arm. Yagami-san, look. And then it meowed. Whoa, it just...
It can't be.
It meowed. So it's a trick statue. I bet this is what your grandfather was hinting at. Yes, of course, but no one in my family had any idea it could do that. It appears... Yes, it has a secret compartment. Looks empty though. A smudge. No, a fingerprint and a dark red stain, all dried up. Is it? Yeah, no mistake in it this time. That's blood. Oh, I'm so screwed.
No way.
Then let me take a guess. That fingerprint's yours. And this blood belongs to Kitan Amasawa, doesn't it?
Hey!
Answer me. What do you know about this? Kitan Amasawa, my grandfather. Did you have something to do with his death? Your oh, I see, you're that man's granddaughter, huh? To think his granddaughter would be the one who caught me 7 whole years later. Please answer me. Guess there's no getting away with this now. And I'm just so tired. Fine. Fine, I'll tell you. Alright, let's say the truth. What happened to Kitan Amasawa? Finally, Amasawa and the rest of her family can get some closure. Reason for wanting the cat? That's pretty obvious, isn't it? He's trying to get rid of his fingerprints.
If I have this right.
So you wanted to get the statue back so you could clean out the compartments. Yeah, that's right. I didn't know for sure there was a fingerprint in it though. Really, you mean you did all this just to be cautious? Yep, I was wearing gloves that night so I wasn't thinking about fingerprints, but once I got away from the scene, I saw I had a tear in my glove. A tear in my glove. I was going to say you can't have a tear in your glove. And my finger was covered in blood.
In other words...
So you worried that you left some kind of trace at the scene? Later I read that the police ruled his death an accident, so I knew they didn't find any prints. But that secret compartment, that could have been a game changer. There was a solid chance I left a trace of being in there. All it would take was for one person to figure out the statue's secret, and I'd be screwed. That's why I tried so hard to get the cat, but it fell off the map pretty quickly. For 7 whole years, that damn cat's been the one thing on my mind. And all of a sudden, about a month ago, I see the fucking thing on TV. The cat I see in my nightmares all the time. Oh right, we did hear about it getting appraised on TV at some point. Let me tell you, I was shitting myself watching that fancy pants appraiser looking it over with his little magnifying glass thing. If he popped that compartment open on TV, phew. So you saw the current owner of the statue on the appraisal show, and that's what you've tried to get it back from him. That's when you tried to get him back from him. Right. The incident 7 years ago. It happened 7 years ago, like you know. I was up past my eyeballs in debts. I needed a lot of money and I needed it by sunrise. That's when I spotted the biggest mansion in the whole neighbourhood. I'd heard some kooky famous author lived there.
It can't be.
So you snuck into the house that night. Yep, the place was huge and all the lights were off. Figured I wasn't getting caught.
That being said...
But Rampo was in the yard, our dog. I'm sure he would have barked at you. He was too busy chowing down on the rice ball I tossed him. Oh, Rampo. Sometimes you're too sweet.
Hey.
What did it you do next? It's a weird way of saying what I did. But there you go. I went looking for a study as fast as I could. I assumed all the real goods would be either stashed away or on display in there. It was late enough that I figured everyone would be asleep. But when I found the study and peeked inside, I saw the old man just barely lit up with a candle. He fiddled around with the cat's head, opening the thing up and took something out.
What?
What was it? I couldn't believe it. Inside that cat, the old man had a bar of gold.
Huh?
A bar of gold? The way he was grinning at it, I knew it was real. Had to be worth millions. I jumped at him without even thinking. We tussled for a bit, so I grabbed the cat and I whacked him in the head with it. How could you? And then you took the gold and ran off. Yes, thought I was going to be made for life, damn it. And in the end, the goddamn loan shark just swiped it from me and pretended it never happened. But how'd you get out? The study was locked when the police arrived. Oh, that. I panicked after accidentally offing the guy. This went from a simple robbery to a potential homicide fast. I made myself focus and I came up with an idea. I'd used the cat's arm gimmick to make the whole thing look like an accident.
Huh?
What do you mean? You'll see should happen any time now.
Huh?
What? It closed. You're smart, that old man. It's built so it closed back up automatically. The arm sprang back up with surprising force. Yep, that's what I used. Oh, I see. You rigged it up to the window, didn't you? Yep, sounds like the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Amasawa.
Mind explaining, Amasawa?
If I were to guess...
What I imagined happened was he stacked up some books by the window and put the statue on top with its arm lowered, mind you. I also assumed he arranged the books rather unstably so it would collapse. By placing the cat in the right spot, its paw would shoot upwards and engage the window lock, effectively sealing the room. He must have slipped out the window after quickly arranging the scene, then waited, hoping to see the gimmick play out as he had planned before he could be caught. When the time arrived, the paw shot up, whacking the window lock closed. With enormous force to knock over both the cat and the stack of books. This was the window right in front of the spot where my grandfather laid. The scene must have ended up looking like my grandfather had fallen and hit his head on the statue.
I see.
Ah, I get it now.
Which means...
That gold bar must have been my grandfather's secret savings. Explains why he never told any of us about how the cat worked. And it explains why he tried to scare me away from the room if I ever heard it meow. Can't blame your family for never finding out. I doubt anyone would have checked for secret treasure before getting rid of what they thought was a regular creepy statue. The curse of the lucky cat statue, all due to a secret my grandfather took to the grave. Finally, I know the truth. Just like a mystery writer would hope. I would have been really screwed if you were this smart as a kid. Truth of the tragedy. Hold on, does that mean you're the one causing all the trouble for the Shimada family? Probably, yeah. First I tried sneaking into their place to get it back, but the guy just woke up on me. When I told him to give me back the cat, he thought I was a ghost and straight up passed out. Well, he did say that he started suffering a mysterious illness after that night. A high fever, to be specific. A fever? Oh, that's no mystery. I had a cold that night, must have given it to him. Well, I suppose that explains that part. But you're not just responsible for getting the guy sick, you tried to burn their house down too, didn't you? Well,
If I were to guess...
oh, since the intimidation failed, you thought you could just resort to torching the evidence? Civilians be damned. Are you the one who tried to run over Shimada-san too? And the one who caused the accident outside the cafe the other day? You are really good, kid. I figured if the owner died, his family would get just as creeped out as the last one and got rid of the thing, you know.
Nah.
What a scumbag. Then what about Shimada-kun's grades dropping? Huh? What about that? What about what? Guess he doesn't have anything to do with that one. Fear makes mountains of molehills. Because they were so convinced misfortune would befall them, even the most harmless things were perceived as part of the curse. That makes sense. A Sherlock Holmes in the making, this is. I still can't believe the statue had a secret compartment the whole time, let alone a gold bar at one point. At least I can finally chalk a non-supernatural cause up to the meowing I heard that night. Yeah, good points. If you think about it, the curse attached to the statue was just another layer of security for my grandfather. Not only does it have a secret compartment with a gimmick to opening it, but it even has an ominous story surrounding it, designed to drive people away. Perhaps this amused my grandfather enough to make this one of his cherished possessions. I could see that.
Amasawa.
At any rate, Amasawa, I'm glad you were able to get to the bottom of what really happened with your grandfather.
Yes.
I agree, truly. I can't tell you the weight that's been lifted off my shoulders, and it's all thanks to you, Yagami-san. Oh, I don't know. You were really sharp on this case too, Amasawa.
Huh?
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who figured out the trick to opening the cap. Not only that, you solved the locked room murder right after learning who did it. That's true, but still. You know what, Amasawa? I sort of feel like your grandfather was hoping you'd solve the statue's mystery all along. Think about it, why else would he ask you a riddle about the statue while holding it, if he wanted to keep it a secret to everyone?
What?
Huh? Even with what was in it? If I'd have solved the mystery, I'd find out what's inside. Well, maybe it was meant to be a gift for future you, or like a prize, awarded to fully grown Detective Kyoko Amasawa. I see. So when I don't fall victim to lies and push past the fear, I can find a glimpse of the truth. That definitely sounds like my grandfather. The gold might be gone, but you still grew to find a fine detective and solve the genuine mystery, just like your grandfather predicted. I'm sure he's proud of you wherever he is. I sure hope so. Well, Grandpa, are you... Oh, well, Grandpa, are you? Good stuff, man. Nice. Okay. So we still have to kill some time. So I say we do some side quests. Can you just pass me the drink, please?
It's literally next to you.
Where?
Move your hand slightly more towards
Oh, I see it, yeah. There you go. Right, drink time after all that speech. Okay, so we want to go to Yokohama 99. See what else is on the board to do while we kill time, apparently.
Stay down.
Got some more stats we can upgrade. I think we have 15,000 XP or skill points. EX Enhancer level 2 increases damage of EX actions during EX boost, effective, active, or effect active during EX boost R2. Go with that one. And we've still got some snake to do. EX spin attack. When on the brink of death, perform a throw that can hit multiple enemies. Grab an enemy with circle and press triangle when at low health. Very nice. So 2 more skills we have upgraded or updated.
Really, guys?
Very nice.
We wish you had.
go. Let's go. Sun's starting to set. The faculty meeting should be over now. Time to go back to the faculty room. Don't really fancy doing that yet. We're going to do some side mission.
Really, guys?
Yeah, we're gonna go for some side missions first. Before we do the main mission. Can we give this dog some dog food? Nah, shame. Okay. Okay, maybe we don't have any more side missions we can do then. Apart from obviously the school stories. Let's have a look. Okay, we're going to read all the side quests that we've done. Have a little bit of a refresher before we get back into the main game. So we've got the cafe robber. This is like, I think we did this in the last stream. Got male crook. He took advantage of a movie shoot taking place in a Camarocho coffee shop, holding up another coffee shop around the same time, Cafe Alps. And female accomplice. She acted like a customer during the robbery, but she was actually in on the crime. She apparently travelled around Japan with her husband, committing a string of crimes by taking advantage of popular events and other local distractions. And then we had the Alp Store sign, a sign hanging on Alp Store saying SOS on it, which is not normally displayed in front of the cafe. Supposedly it has to do with a movie shoot in town. And then a cardboard box spotted behind Cafe Alps, big enough for me to fit inside barely. We used that to creep up on them, or creep up on the suspect. We then had to chase after him and we caught him in the end. But that was that. Apparently they're shooting part of Office Alone 4 in Camarocho. I had a bit of a scare when I came across them, thinking there was a robbery taking place. I'm just relieved it wasn't real. I can't believe I stumbled on another robbery, but a real one this time. Thankfully the felonious duo was caught. Word seems to be getting around that our scuffle was part of the movie shoot. Thank goodness nobody got hurt. So we did that one in the last stream. Dueling dojos, we did this I think at the very start of this one. So we've got Ryan Acosta, a ninja from Kamurocho. When we first met 3 years ago, he risked his life to get me out of trouble with the Kahin gang. And we had Borscht Kalashnikov, a Russian ninja who opened a dojo in Kamurocho. Formerly a Spetsnaz, I gotta ask, though, who names their kid Borscht? Maybe that's his ninja code name. Then we had Sofia Kalashnikov, a Russian Kanauchi, or Kanaushi, however you say it, who opened a dojo in Kamurocho with a brother. Using the formidable essence of sexy cosplay technique, she poached Ryan's students one by one until Ryan himself succumbed to her charms. And then we had Jirozaimon Asakusa. He may be 78 years old, but Ryan calls him his #1 apprentice. Wonder what drives him to be a ninja at that age. Now that I think about it, didn't he also pop up when I was being hunted by the Kahin gang 3 years ago? He was part of Ryan's doppelganger delusion trick. We had the ninja costume. Ryan gave this to me for an infiltration. I'd really rather not wear this. What if someone I know recognises me? Good point. It was a bit of a silly outfit, attire. Apparently Ryan's opened up his own dojo, but all save one of his students were poached by a Russian ninja named Kalashnikov. Ryan asked me to find out what makes Kalashnikov so popular, so I'm infiltrating his dojo as a spy. Turns out the Kalashnikov school of ninjutsu's big secret was Sophia San's essence of sexy cosplay. Even Ryan himself fell victim to it. I'm going to say that's the strongest ninja art in essence and leave it at that. So we found that one out as well. It's quite a funny ending. Paradise VR, yep, still can't do that one because play pass cards, or play pass vouchers, or whatever you call them, play passes I suppose they're just called. Chaos of the Masked Writer, I know we did this in the last walkthrough. So we got Aruto Okazaki, an author and member of Kazuto Jumonji. Now Kazuto Jumonji was a masked writer, famous masked author. No one knew who it was. They thought it was one person. Turned out to be a bunch of them. It was like a 10 group thing. Who all put it together, and that's the secret behind the group name, would you call it. He's also the one who requested the investigation. He's in charge of managing the members' schedules. We had Takara Ayuhara, an author and member of Kazuto Jumonji, formerly a scriptwriter of samurai plays. His words and actions towards Mikuru Machiyama may be construed as sexual harassment by some. Mikuru Machiyama, an author and member of Kazuto Jumonji, a cell phone novelist, gracefully dodges Ayuhara's harassment. Makoto Nishimuru, an author and member of Kazuto Jumonji, a former light novel writer. Takashi Hojo, so I'm going to miss out the first bit because we all know they're all authors of Kazuto Jumonji, but we're going to go for the second line. So he was an expert in scientific and military settings. He's also in charge of the officers' security. Saito Iyame, an expert in mythology and Western cultures. Manabe, according to Okazaki-san, he makes characters come to life. Masamichi Ichinose, an author and member. Yeah, we've already read that. There's me saying I'm not going to read it. I actually thought it was something else said, to be honest. So a genius who always has new ideas but is also unstable and prone to absenteeism. Yeah, he's the one that we didn't see. Remy Makita, apparently in charge of love stories She's worried about another member, Masamichi Ichinose, who frequently calls in sick. Kenichi Sanada seemed to be in charge of the story structure, and Wataru Tenjinbashi, former editor of Kazuto Jumonji, we found out he was the culprit of the spy incident. Then we had the evidence, so we had a smelly stain, animal fur, sound of firecrackers, and cat food. Can of cat food. And the details, a request from Kazuto Jumonji, the masked author. It seems 3 of his unannounced books have been consecutively plagiarized. Or plagiarized, however you want to say it. He says he's already asked another detective to investigate, but they couldn't identify the culprit. According to Tsukumo, Kazuto Jumonji is a mysterious author who's been publishing new books at an unusually fast rate since his debut, every one of them becoming a bestseller. Who would have thought Kazuto Jumonji was actually a group of 10 different authors that explain the rapid release schedule and wide ranges of genres. As for the spy, the trick involved an animal, a cat carrying a listening device. Okay, that was a big segment, but that was one we also did. A particularly hardcore demo event, one we did in this stream. So we had Takeshi Okizaki, my client and the middle manager for God Tier Games, in a tight spot due to his company's game director abandoning his position close to the project deadline. We've got Ryuichi Shinonome, a game developer and director for God Tier Games. According to Okazaki-san, he's a genius, but also temperamental, abandoning his position from time to time. And then we had Kinagawa, game producer working for the publisher Babylon, has contracted God Tier Games for the latest release. A dangerous man who loses all sensibility when he gets upset. So we didn't have any evidence in this case, but we have the details. Okazaki-san from God Tier Games asked me to participate in a test for their new game. It's a pretty cool game actually. You're like a drone and you're fighting off like cubes and things that are trying to attack it. I'm pretty excited, but it seems Shinonome-san and Kanagawa-san are at odds again. Let's just hope the on-site demo test goes over without a hitch. Kinagawa-san snapped again and I got myself caught up in it. I'm surprised that producer hasn't been sued or fired by now. Okay. So we've got quite a few side cases that haven't been done yet, or haven't been updated yet. These are all question marks. Squirrels just want to have fun. Futaba Seonji, a little girl who was looking at some street art of a squirrel, captivated by the premise of imitating it to find treasure. Imitating the premise of imitating it to find treasure. I just don't know why I said it the way I did before. She ran off to find more just like it. Unfortunately, she's not so great with directions. Then we had the evidence, a listening squirrel graffiti. A depiction of a squirrel trying to hear something, some kind of avant-garde street art with a secret. I came across a little girl who was looking at some street art of a squirrel. Amasawa remembered that the same squirrel from a children's book she read a long time ago. According to the book, if you copy what the squirrel's doing, you get some kind of reward. I noticed the squirrel seemed to be gesturing at its ears, so I decided to play along and use the noise amp. Much to my surprise, I found a reward at the source of the sound. That got all 3 of us curious, me, Amasawa and that little girl. Next time I run across a squirrel, I'm going to copy exactly what it's doing. I realise this sounds crazy out of context. So the one with the squirrel graffiti, there's actually like 50 squirrel graffitis we have to find around Ajincho, and there is some in Kamurocho as well, because we were just going around sometimes and we'd see it and we would just kind of what would you call it, we'd investigate it. So I don't know if that's because I've already done that and I wasn't sure what we were really getting out of it. With it being like a side case that's actually come up, there's 53 of them and I've already got about, I think there was about 3 or 4 that I already marked in Kamurocho and in Ajincho. So that's obviously going to be a work in progress. One that is probably going to be one that is going to be, we'll still be doing right till the end of the game probably, because there's a lot to do in it. And basically what you do is you find the graffiti, you mark it, and then you have to put you bring your noise amp out, and your noise amp basically listens to like, it's like a noise, it's like a listening device basically, and wherever you find the noise coming from, some of it is sometimes an emitter, so you bring out your what's the difference of them? I'll tell you now. So we've got a noise amp and we have a noise detector, so they're both different listening devices and they help to find where the noise is coming from, and you gain like you'd class them as more like rewards, would you say, or things you'd get as a bonus. So that's going to be done throughout the game. Obviously if we come across one like we did in that last side quest we did with Amasawa, then we are going to get them along the way if we can do. And then we had the Curse of the Amasawa Family Heirloom. We got Kyoko Amasawa, 3rd year, so we've already read about her before in different side missions and school stories and stuff. Hisayoshi Shimada, a 2nd year student at Seiryo High. He consulted the MRC about the cursed Lucky Cat statue his father had recently got from a pawn shop. And we had Mikio Shimada. Shimada-kun's father, when he heard about the opportunity to buy Keaton Amasawa's cursed Lucky Cat statue, he was thrilled, thinking he was getting a good deal on it. I'm going to take a drink. Right. Now that I have refreshed my vocals. So we didn't get the suspicious man's name, but 7 years ago this man snuck into Keaton Amasawa's home and learned the unlucky cat statue had a bar of gold inside. When he moved in to steal it, he wound up killing Keaton in the ensuing scuffle. He was also responsible for the numerous tragedies that the Shimada family have suffered. And we had the evidence, plastic bottle, empty looking plastic bottle that was found near the Abusa pawn. It seemed to have once contained gasoline. Based on the odour, this lends weight to the belief that the Abusa pawn fire was intentional arson. And then we had the unlucky cat. I think my headset's just kind of made a noise where it's low on battery. It is. So we had the unlucky cat, a cat statue that Amasawa's grandfather Keaton Amasawa once owned. It supposedly had a history of bringing disaster rather than good luck. Keaton Amasawa died from hitting his head on the statue. That very same night, Kyoko Amasawa heard a cat's meow in the hallway just outside the crime scene, and her grandfather used to tell her, when that cat cries, misfortune comes calling. The police ruled his death an accident, likely because it took place inside a locked room. And then we've got the details. Kyoko Amasawa's grandfather, Keaton Amasawa was a famous mystery author and rarities collector. He especially treasured a certain Lucky Cat statue, but 7 years ago he passed away from hitting his head on that very statue. Shortly after, the statue was sold to a pawn shop and the family lost track of it. Recently, the father of Shimada-kun, who is a second year at Serio High, acquired the statue and has since been experiencing all sorts of misfortunes. Could all these near tragedies be the work of the unlucky cat? To our surprise, the unlucky cat turned out to house a secret compartment which Keaton Amasawa had hidden a gold bar inside. The cat's auto-locking gimmick allowed the killer to reseal the room, getting away with murder for years. Apparently, the curse of the statue was originally invented by Keaton to ward off curious folks who may have ended up discovering its secrets, which the killer took to his advantage and basically warded off people by things always happening to the people who would gain the cat, because obviously he wanted the mystery of him killing the grandfather to be anonymous and remain in the shadows. But like the killer said in that, in the side mission that we just did, because he left some fingerprints behind, he wanted to make sure that he wanted to get the cat, clean it thoroughly so that he would be 100% cleared of everything, but didn't happen in the end. Okay, and that's all the side cases that we have done so far. Obviously there's like 2 of them side cases that we haven't completed yet. The one with the squirrel graffiti, and obviously the Paradise VR virtual reality game place, which we need play passes. And also Kyoko Amasawa, her information has been updated in the school stories as well. So it now says, a mystery enthusiast and sharp as a tack to boot, she is also the granddaughter of Keaton Amasawa, the famous mystery writer. Okay. Right, I know I've gone on a little bit too much, but we wanted to clear all that up, so that we always do that, so that we have had a little recap on everything. So what we want to do now is head back to Serio High School so we can do the main mission. We don't have any more side quests to do. Obviously, if we see any squirrel graffiti around that we haven't already done, then we want to do them. And obviously, if we find any play passes and we manage to get to 5 play passes, then we will be able to do that side mission as well.
What a waste.
Okay.
Great. Really, guys? And stay down.
We can upgrade some crane skill points. So we've got EX Airborne Assault. Leap into the air to make the enemy's position and kick them down to the ground. Hold R1 and press triangle. After a... so we press the square button 4 times and the triangle button twice, and that's a combo. Kill.
For real?
Nice counter. I'll take that.
What a waste.
We also need to, well, we want to update our stuff that we need. Let's have that on. Let's go. Right. To the second floor. Right, main mission. Let's go. This is Sawa Sensei's desk. Has she not come back yet?
Pardon me. Did you have business with Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, the faculty meeting's over, right?
It just wrapped up. But Sawa-sensei went home in the middle of it, about an hour ago.
What?
Apparently she got a call from her apartment manager, saying her place was broken into.
Broken into?
She told me to tell you that if you came around.
Okay, then. Do you think you could give me her contact info or something?
No, I don't think I can. Oh, I'll just give her a quick call. One moment. No, she's not answering. They're probably busy.
But I guess she's home then?
I'd say so. Her place is within walking distance.
It is? Sawa-sensei lives in Ijincho?
Yes, but I really shouldn't be giving that kind of info out.
Sure, I appreciate the need for privacy. You've been a big help.
Awesome. So Sensei's apartment was broken into. Very strange timing for that. What's going on? I don't think I should let this go though. I wonder if there's anyone who can tell me Sawa Sensei's address. Talk to someone who might know Sawa Sensei's home address. Wouldn't be on the rooftops, I want to think. That's the robotics club. We don't need to do that at this moment in time. They're not going to know. Okay. What about in here? Is there anyone in here? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go for the first floor then. Just making sure to see if obviously there was anyone up the top. I highly doubt the MRC is going to be open now. But we'll check anyway.
Yagami-san.
No. Okay. Okay. Second floor. So can we not talk to one of these people now? Okay, I'm guessing we can't talk to any of these people. There's no one inside these classrooms. I wouldn't expect there to be. I wonder, is it on a desk in here? No. Okay, she doesn't have any details around here. Okay, we're gonna leave the school. Do we leave the school? Okay, we can't leave the school. Ah, the principal is on the 3rd floor. I didn't know that. Think he'd still be here?
Is there still something you need?
Well, do you think you could tell me Sawa-sensei's address?
Come again?
Not too long ago, she got a call that her apartment was broken into. And another teacher tried to call her, but she wouldn't answer.
So, what? Are you going to go check on her yourself? At her place?
She's within walking distance, isn't she?
I believe so. But this is a young woman, living by herself. I shouldn't be giving you her address without her permission.
We're detectives. Give us a bit of time, I'm sure we can find out ourselves. But on the other hand, that wouldn't be best for either party now, would it?
Then can't you just ask her yourself tomorrow?
Chairman, you're aware of the Hiro Mikoshiba murder footage, right?
Yes, of course I am. But from what I've heard from police sources, it's very likely that video was faked.
Well, I have it on good authority it wasn't faked at all. So for the sake of argument, let's say the video's real. And that Ihara is the one behind having posted it deliberately. He's got the criminal affairs department saying it's probably faked. So the police are playing right into his hand. And let's say his motive in all this is to avenge his son's suicide. Justice for his bullying that he never got.
Now wait just a moment. We proved in court that no bullying had taken place here. Sad as it was, the trial concluded that bullying wasn't what drove poor Ihara to suicide.
Actually, before Toshiro-kun killed himself, Sawa-sensei reported a bullying incident to his homeroom teacher.
What?
But at the trial, she wasn't able to testify to that. She had no choice but to deny the whole thing. From Ihara's perspective, that was unforgivable. And after all that, Mikoshiba was murdered, and now Sawa-sensei isn't picking up her phone following a break-in at her place.
What are you implying here?
That she could be murdered next.
She's going to be next.
Yeah.
I just want to check
Exactly.
on her. If it turns out the break-in isn't linked, I'll turn right around. And I'll make sure nobody knows the chairman gave me her address.
Well, fine. I understand.
So Sensei's apartment is on Daiko Kuten Avenue. That should be near Hamakita Park. Again, why are you jumping down the school stairs, buddy? Oh, whatever does you, mate. Whatever does you. Right. That's where we need to head to. More bad guys over here. EX blasting kick. Blast an enemy away with a powerful kick as they bounce up off the ground. Hold R1 and press triangle after a square triangle triangle combo.
haste.
Well, the chairman told me that Sawa Sensei lived here in apartment 304. It's way quieter than I'd expect for a place that's just had a burglary. So this is apartment 304. Sawa Sensei should be here. Unless she's been kidnapped.
That was quick. I guess we couldn't ask for a better piece of bait. Kick us off, Akutsu.
Trophy earned, unexpected guests. Lovely. We are now on chapter 7.
The bullying that pushed Toshiro Ehara over the edge echoes a previous tragedy. Years before, another boy attempted suicide and remains comatose. Yagami makes his way to Sawa Sensei's apartment, hoping to get some answers that will shed some light on the incident. But, as if by coincidence, he encounters Kawana instead. What ties could an earnest schoolteacher and an underground handyman share?
Chapter 7, Blindsided.
You had a connection to Sawa Sensei? Or what?
Awkward.
Do you or not? And don't pretend you're just here to fix a toilet.
Yo!
Now it's RK on top of you?
Yagami, we've got more incoming.
What is this?
These idiots aren't after you. It's me they really want. And I just walked into their trap.
What could they possibly want with you? To come all the way from Kamurocho? Akutsu, what is this about? Why do you want her? Looks like they don't feel like talking about it.
Get these two fuckers first. But try to leave them
mates. For a combo, mates. Hahaha, you go fly, man. I believe I can fly. What a fucking combo, mate. Beautiful. Beautiful combo.
You stupid son of a bitch! Just stay the fuck out of our way, Yagami! I can say the same thing to you! Sawa-sensei, you okay?
Yes, I'll call the police.
That would help.
Ooh.
Hey, let's go, Yagami!
You go ahead.
You're the one they're after, aren't you? I owe you one.
Take Yagami out!
Just leave him to us. There's backup downstairs. We'll be right behind you.
There he goes. Now that it's just us, shall we start from the top?
Coming here was the last mistake you'll ever make, you fuck. You're fucking dead, asshole!
We'll see. Goodbye, Chiba. Goodbye.
Sawa-sensei. Don't open your door until the cops get here, okay? I have to go make sure Koana's alright. I'm fine. But actually, how do you and Koana know each other? Sawa-sensei? Fine. Just please stay in your room, okay?
I need to find the Koana and make sure he's alive. Why the hell is RK after him?
Huh? Wait, you're Yagami!
RK's backup is here, huh? Really rather be going after Koana right now. I can't just leave these guys alone. If they lay a finger on Sawa-sensei...
Hey! What the hell you looking at? Not trying to get in our way, are ya?
Yeah, I am. But I'm in a hurry myself, so I'm not gonna hold back, alright?
Yeah? Big words for a little shit! You're nothing without your friend Kaito!
We'll see, won't we? Wrong way up. Did we go up then? Ah, I see. Where'd Koana run off to? Pretty obviously came this way. Doesn't seem like he used the elevator. Could he have taken the pedestrian overpass?
This motherfucker. Hey, check it out. It's Judgement. Hey, trying to screw with RK again? Then you better be ready to get your ass beat.
Aren't you the one screwing with me? Besides, I'm not behind any of this.
All right, enough of your bullshit. You better say a quick prayer, asshole.
Time to fly, man.
Really, guys?
What a waste. These guys are pathetic.
Hey, it's Koana. Don't let him get away.
Was that arcade just now? Sounds like they've cornered Koana. I've got to hurry.
Koana! Hey, been waiting for you.
You a slow runner or something?
They got here before I did.
Yagami, sticking your nose in your business again. How about I stick you in an oil barrel and see if you float?
That's a halfway decent threat this close to the sea.
Ooh, the great detective sounds intimidated.
If we make it out of this, we've got some questions that need answered. Sawa-sensei won't talk.
I wouldn't worry about the future. Your life is coming to an end soon. Yagami!
You motherfucker, bit. I'll see. Knock all these punks out first. Plus he's corner people, mate.
Stay down, would you? Not happening.
Good luck, Yagami-kun.
Show me what you got.
Okay. Hold on. Right, let's get some healing items. Goodbye.
Kawana? Hey, Kawana! Oh, fine. Least you could have done is say thank you.
We ain't done, Yagami!
I get you want to play tough, but do you ever quit?
It's not over till it's over, you little shit.
The hell's that? Sawa-sensei! Stop it! Someone's here too?
I wouldn't have expected you and this bitch to be connected.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This has nothing to do with her.
You're the detective, aren't you? You figure it out. Time's up.
Down.
Toss his phone before we go any further. His GPS will lead his friends straight to us.
Yeah, see, if you were smart enough, you would have threw it in the river.
There he is. I was starting to worry you might not wake up. My men are glorified amateurs at this stuff. The technique for knocking someone out takes practice to get down. Oh good, no brain damage. Man, I'm glad you're tough as nails. Now we can get to the fun part, huh? Yagami-san here just saved your asses. You wouldn't be standing if he didn't come around.
There's no way we could have known this asshole would show up. Not my fault everything went to shit. This was your operation anyway.
Fine, it's okay. But you need to make sure you keep your boys in check from here on. Huh? Did that hurt? It hurt, right? See? You all see? First comes pain, and then fear. You have to start with pain. Fear won't work if you haven't given them reason. Slap them around, but you do need to keep them conscious. Enough to keep the fear alive. That's how you get what you want to hear. Am I right? I can tell when someone's lying. My superiors found that useful. Probably why they kept me around. Now, no playing dumb and none of your tricks. Don't underestimate me. Yagami-san. So, what's the deal between you and that lady teacher?
We're colleagues. As of a few days ago.
Fuck are you talking about?
Stay out of this.
Huh?
I'm telling you to shut up and leave this to me. I'm focusing. Besides, Yagami-san here is telling us the truth. He's just being a little vague, is all. So what do you mean, Sawa-sensei is your colleague?
Forget Akutsu, the Soma guy's perceptive as hell.
I was asked to look into a bullying case at Serio High. That's all I meant by it.
How about that?
What'd you do to her?
Oh, she's sound asleep now. Sure. Our business isn't with her, anyway.
You want Kawana?
Right. About that. You keep calling him Kawana. That's not who we know him as.
Huh?
Kawana is his alias.
A fake name?
That's right. So tell me, what is he? What do you know him for?
get 2 seconds to answer.
What does this Koana guy do?
He's a handyman. In Ijincho. Everybody knows him. He's been taking jobs in the area for a long time now.
A handyman, huh? Well, from the way it sounds, you haven't known each other very long.
Yeah.
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells? Well, there you have it. Your face says you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So then, any idea where your Koana-san went? We have some business with him.
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew.
Of course you wouldn't. And I suppose that's not a lie. But it's probably more accurate to say you don't know where he is, either. Turns out you don't have a damn thing on him.
Shit.
Know what that means?
It means you have no more use for me.
Shame to be smart and still lose, huh?
Now I got a question for you. Did you really think you'd walk out of here alive? Or is it gonna be in a body bag? The fear in your eyes tells me everything I need to know. And you're probably right. You aren't gonna enjoy what little time you have left. It's gonna be painful as hell. Because I'll be the one enjoying it.
What brings you to Ijincho and after a teacher? And why Koana too? How do you even know him?
I could tell you this little parting gift, couldn't I? Except I ain't feeling so generous. Pretty boy detectives looking rough. But you didn't think we were done yet, did you? Hey! Fire that thing up. Get him on his feet. And I don't want to see him squirming.
Damn. Using a chainsaw on me, bro.
Not every day you get a chance like this. Record this shit. Yo. How quickly can a chainsaw kill a guy? Should be the video title when we upload it. This kind of shit gets so many views. Am I right, Yagami? We'll go in slow and get your fingers all cut to shreds. We'll take that up to the right wrist, then we'll switch over to the left side. Right forearm, left forearm. Why don't we make this formal? Take first dibs. You show us how it's done.
You want me to do it?
Time to man up. We gotta show the world what happens when you fuck with RK. Killing shits like him is what puts hair on your chest, guys. Just try not to kill him until everyone gets a turn. Get to work!
But sir...
Figure it out. Akatsu. He won't do it himself, you know. Recording it puts the evidence of a murder out there on video. He won't be on it. But you guys will be. Who do you think they'll come for, moron?
You still talking? Spill your intestines on the fucking floor!
That's what I said. You should have flung the phone into the river, didn't I? Not because you don't throw it on the side of the pavement, mate. Because this shit happens. This is the shit that happens.
Yo! We got company! Kaito? How the hell? How'd you fucking find us here?
Kaito's... secure.
Suppose I ought to thank you boys for keeping talk nice and comfortable, Akutsu.
Yeah, but we were just getting to the grand finale. You two can have front row seats.
I'll pass. This show kinda sucks.
Block all the doors! These three are fucking dead. You hear me, boys? I don't want anyone leaving the building!
Good call. I don't want anyone leaving either. Until I'm done with you.
Don't be a tough guy, Talk. Feel free to take a breather if you need to.
I don't know about that, Kaito-san. He's got that look. That's the face he makes when he's got a score to settle and some ass to kick.
You still haven't gotten your fill of this, Yagami? I'll admit this is kind of fun, man. Maybe killing you would be a mistake. I've got an even better idea. I'll tie you up. Keep you as a pet.
You know what? I think I could punch you as many times as I want right now. In circumstances such as they are, no one could even blame me.
Huh?
I'm saying I've earned a little payback, Akutsu. Let's go!
My turn, bitch. Okay. Nice move. How about that? How about that? Bitch. And again. Keep going. Make sure he's on life support for the rest of the week. Come on.
What the hell does Arcade want with Kuwara? What did he do? Tell me how Sawa-sensei and Kuwara are connected.
You ask too many questions, you asshole.
Tell me, why go to all the effort in Kamurocho to find Shinya Kawai? What are you trying to do? Shit. Akatsu!
Man, that guy's invincible. And he's faster than he looks.
Asshole. He knew it was a lost cause, so he took off at the first opportunity. I'm guessing that's why he was holding back.
Are you serious? He couldn't be that sharp.
He's definitely got some skills, and we better start taking him seriously.
I had no idea you liked her so much.
I'm just glad you had the mind to tip off Kaito-san that I wasn't picking up your calls. That got Tsukumo to track my phone over GPS and locate me using the town security cameras. Long story short, you saved me.
I had to try something. I'm the one who dragged you into this after all. But you know, the first person to suspect something was Higashi-san. He thought it was strange for you to be suddenly unavailable.
Better thank him, too.
By the way, I'd like to share the details I recently gathered on Shinya Kawai. Kawai was a bully at Kurokawa Academy. 5 years ago, he was abducted by individuals thought to be his acquaintances. A worker at a girls' bar witnessed this, and based on that, RK apparently deduced that Kawai was murdered.
Got it. Then I suggest you steer clear of RK as much as possible. They fly off the handle faster than the Yakuza.
Right. I never imagined things would get this dangerous.
We just got back to Sawa-sensei's apartment. I thought RK was in Kamurocho looking for Kawai. But they came to ambush a handyman named Kuwara.
Did you say handyman?
Yeah, but he plays a wider field than your average Mr. Fix-It. He's popular on the Ijincho underground. Even Kuwara was a fake name.
And this mystery man has some connection to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, and I'm about to ask her about him directly. I need to get everything I can out of her this time.
Understood. We're still dealing with a lot of unknowns, so take care of yourself, okay?
I'll be alright. I'm with 2 guys I can trust now.
Yo, what's Sawa-sensei's room number?
Just hold your horses. I'm coming with you.
Okay. That calls for some skills. Fucking hell, 48 current SP. I'll take that. Fucking shit ton of skill points there. Tiger's health boost level 3 increases maximum health. These skills make life easier. Let's go. Crane's health boost level 2. Let's go with that. Snake's health boost level 2. Smash out all these. Okay.
Sure is quiet. This is where the fight went down?
Yeah. But to look at it, you wouldn't think anything had happened here. Sawa-sensei, you there? It's Yagami.
What's up?
The door. It's unlocked.
Huh?
Sawa-sensei?
No! Wait, talk!
Damn. Trophy earned, all are punished. Well, I think Sawa Sensei's a bit dead, mate. Unfortunately. That's tragic, that.
The school teacher, Yoko Sawa, is murdered in cold blood, and Yagami is torn with grief. Her death is merely collateral damage to Soma of RK. Soma's real prey is Kawana, who narrowly escapes his trap. It seems Kawana had buried his true identity among a host of other secrets, and to unearth them, Yagami crawls deeper down the rabbit hole.
Chapter 8, Phantom of Ajincho.
Yeah. That's fine. I get it. You don't want us touching anything inside the room. Is it okay to wait for you inside then? Some private investigators from Kamurocho. Yagami-san and Kaito-san. Yeah, I asked them to help us out with a case we were on a couple days ago. Yes, see you soon. They're coming. The cops are on their way.
All right. She was murdered at the hands of Soma. Master. He lied when he said they had no business with her. Why did it have to be her? How did she get pulled into all this?
If it's answers you want, you gotta be a detective, Talk. We can see the kind of shit that normal people miss. We'll notice what they can't. For now, can you put aside the pain and do the work you need to do?
I think he's right.
First, let's narrow our focus. It's not about who or how she was murdered. What's more important here is to figure out the answer to the why. Let's consider her connections.
Information.
We know one of them was to Kawana the handyman. Where that leads is that Soma's gang was after Kawana, and that's why they broke in.
In that case, the clues that we're after here are her personal relationships. There's our lead. Something that shows how a teacher could be connected to a guy like Kawana.
Yeah. Except Kawana's a fake name, just his alias. His real name was Kitakata. Soma gave us that.
I don't have much time until the police arrive. I have to be as thorough as I can. Now. She has tears around her eyes, damn it. She must have been terrified.
What the?
There's one visible wound here. What do you think, Kaito-san?
Sure is tiny. Think she was stabbed with some kind of long needle?
An ice pick, most likely. Soma was holding one up to her.
An ice pick to the nape of the neck would be fatal. Is that how she died? If so, I only hope that she didn't suffer long.
Hey. Suspicious. Blood. Not a lot, though.
Yeah, looks like it.
A trail of blood, probably hers. How far does it go? So Sensei's blood managed to reach this far. Kurokawa Academy Yearbook.
Yagami-san, isn't that yearbook from when Sawa-sensei went to Kurokawa Academy? Wouldn't there be photos of people like Yui Mamiya and that bully Kawaii in there?
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
Weird that there's so much blood around it. Maybe she was trying to leave us a clue.
What do you want to do? Take a peek inside? Kind of frowned on to mess with a murder scene, yeah?
If you're gonna look, make it quick. The cops will be here any minute.
There's not enough time to check the whole thing.
Now think, what do I do with this yearbook? Take the yearbook with you.
I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I'll turn it over to the police later. It's now or never. I won't get another chance to come back to this room.
You gonna take it? Really? Is that even legal?
Of course not. But fuck legal this time.
Those shady Kurokawa Academy graduates might be connected to Mikoshiba's murder. But we're the only ones with that lead right now. The cops could turn this place upside down and still miss that.
Good point. It's better off with us then. Feel like that's what Sawa-sensei wanted. It's now or never. Sugiura, we'll deal with the cops. You take the yearbook and get out of here.
I have to play the thief?
Play? Isn't that exactly what you fucking did back in Kamurocho?
You gotta bring that up. Fine, I'll do it.
I don't have much time till the police arrive. I have to be as thorough as I can right now. Wait, how were they able to get in? I told her not to open the door until the police came. I'm sure that's exactly what she did.
What the?
No obvious wounds on the body, nowhere she's bleeding from at least. I'm sure the police will perform an autopsy. I just hope I can see the report myself later. Someone cut the door chain. Looks like they used a bolt cutter. They came ready, they had tools and forced their way in. Didn't even care who saw them. I can't imagine how scared Sawa-sensei must have been, watching helplessly as they pried a door open. Why did she not jump out the window? That's what my... Because it's not like... Because each bit, you know, there's obviously got different, like, walkways to. So why did she not, like, just escape through the back door or something? Or through the window or something? She'd still be alive by now, in my opinion. I mean, it could be a lot more to it. Could have been done a lot quicker than I'm making it out to be. But, to me, it's an option, isn't it? New info has been added to your case file. The woman who knew too much. Evidence updated. The woman who knew too much. Persons of interest updated. The woman who knew too much. Case synopsis updated. So it's got that added bit at the end. She was murdered in her apartment by RK's Kazuki Soma. So I don't think we read these. So we had Converging Heat, Chapter 6. 4 years prior to Shiro Ohara's suicide, a similar tragedy occurred at Kurokawa Academy in Tokyo, also stemming from bullying. When Yagami visits Sawa Sensei's home during his investigation, he encounters Kawana, a Jinshu's handyman. What could be the link between these two individuals? Chapter 7, Blindsided. Sawa Sensei's death was a sudden blow to Yagami. Soma, the head of a gang of thugs going by RK, points the finger of blame at Kawana. He even reveals that Kawana is going by an alias, telling Yagami the man's true name, Kitakawa. And then we have just gotten into Chapter 8, The Woman Who Knew Too Much. Yokosawa. So we already have read her information. Kazuki Soma, an ex-Tojo clan member and the leader of Kamurocho's RK, currently pursuing Kawana with his sizable forces. Got Demu Akutsu, an ex-Tojo clan member and officer of RK, and then Jin Kawana, handyman in a Jinshu who takes on odd jobs, including less than legal ones. He has connections in the underworld, but he seems to get along with Tsukumo and the others as well. I ran into him at Yoko Sawa's apartment right before she was murdered. Soma was the one who first told me Kawana's real name is Kitakata. And then we've got the evidence photo of Yokosawa's body. The cause of death was a stab from behind into the nape of the neck with a weapon similar to an ice pick. Her face shows light abrasions sustained prior to her death. Apparently her death was immediate. Footprints left behind by someone from RK in Sawa Sensei's apartment. Bloodstains at Yokosawa's murder scene. So that was RK footprints. Blood that is believed to have splattered from the fatal attack to Yokosawa's neck. It is likely to have occurred when the weapon was removed from her body. Kurokawa Academy Yearbook. A yearbook found at Yokosawa's apartment. It was published 13 years ago for the graduates of a private high school named Kurokawa Academy. Then we got Yokosawa, teacher at Seiryo High, age 30, was murdered in her own apartment. Multiple members of RK, a newer gang based in Tokyo, had previously broken into her place. A short while later, Kazuki Soma, the leader of RK, also intruded into her apartment while Yagami was away. The victim was killed with an ice pick via a single stab to the nape of her neck.
I see. So, Hotshot, according to you, the guy who killed Sawa Sensei was
Kazuki Soma. He's the leader of a bunch of thugs in Kamurocho known as RK.
Yeah? Well, great. Case closed.
Then what's your take on the murder scene, Nabe-san?
Tone it down, buddy. Remember who's got the badge here.
There are footprints of several different men who have been in Sawa Sensei's room. That includes yours, by the way. We'll be analyzing these footprints first, checking security footage in the surrounding area. We'll ask around for eyewitnesses and narrow down our suspects. And we'll look into RK too, of course. Appreciate your help with that, Detective Young.
I just saw the coroner walk in. You saw the body too, right?
Yeah, just to get a rough idea. The body will be taken in for an autopsy.
Does your rough idea include the cause and time of death?
Cause of death, a single stab from behind into the nape of the neck with a weapon similar to an ice pick. As for the time, we're estimating she's been dead for about 3 hours.
3 hours? That means it must have been right after I saw her on my phone.
Soma from Arcade tried to get rid of me too. These guys won't hesitate to kill someone just to shut them up. But why would they go this far? What do they want with Kawana?
Nabe-san, the police need to get a warrant for Soma.
We're asking HQ about him as we speak. Release the damn mugshot for a warrant.
Then isn't it time to hit the street and get in some thug faces? Assume any face you don't recognize is from Arcade.
I get how you feel, man. Pull it together. Actually, I'm curious about that Kawana fella, too. He's lived in Ijincho forever. Why were Kamurocho thugs after him? Now I hear Kawana isn't even his real name? He and Sawa-sensei were connected, but how?
I'm looking for those same answers myself.
So you know jack shit about anything important. But you can go on home. Just make sure we can reach you.
Sure about this, Nabe-san?
Yeah. Assholes like him work better on a loose leash.
Foul-mouthed as fuck. They're not bad cops.
What now?
Nabe-san, aren't you gonna ask me about Ihara? You know I went to see him in prison.
Oh, that.
You saw the video of Ihara killing Mikoshima, didn't you? I was coming to talk to Sawa-sensei about it.
Your point?
I think there may have been a link between what happened to Sawa-sensei and Mikoshiba's murder. In which case, wouldn't you want to pump Ihara for information? Why aren't you jumping on that?
We got orders from the top that Ihara's off limits. Forever. They said if we want to try to peg him with Mikoshiba's killer, we'd have to completely flip the guilty verdict on his harassment case. Not exactly the kind of shit a beat cop can pull off. Besides, nobody seems to want to investigate the Mikoshiba murder. Not us, not HQ, not even the prosecution.
So cops get to just quit working an investigation because they don't feel like it?
There was even a hope we could close it, every cop here would be all over it. Everyone knows Ihara stinks to high hell. They still won't let us touch the goddamn thing. It's above our pay grade. Bury the case so deep it never sees the light of day.
Yeah, feels like Sawa-sensei's case is about to get the same treatment.
Hey, I told you to watch it, buddy.
Save the dirty looks for your superiors. They're the bastards so desperate to sweep this under the rug.
Hell do you?
Cool it, Sakurai.
Sakura clearly doesn't realize we took on like 30 people and beat off a Tojo mob boss about 3 or 4 times.
I know this is all very sudden. We don't have many details yet. And as you've heard, the police are working to find answers as we speak. Sawa-sensei, well, she got mixed up in some sort of incident. This may attract press to the school, and some of them may even wish to speak to you. But please, do your best to ignore them. Again, we don't have all of the facts, and it's not for all of you to, well, none of you are under any obligation to speak to them, so please, don't. All that I can ask, for now, spare a prayer for Sawa-sensei, please, if you can. Please. Please.
Okay. We better get everyone back to class. Starting with the 3rd years.
Excuse me, Yagami-san? If you don't mind, Chairman Okuda said he'd like to speak with you if you would be on campus today. It's about Sawa-sensei.
Yeah, I can do that. Will he be in his office?
Yes. Thank you for everything, sir.
I should head over to the chairman's office, but it's going to be hard to talk about anything.
Yagami-san.
Oh, hey.
I still can't believe what happened to Sawa-sensei.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know anything about it?
I saw the scene of the crime. I was the first one to find her.
What?
The killer's still on the loose, but I know who it is.
Is there any way I can help? Maybe you could share some details about the case.
No, not this time. This one's too dangerous. I'm not gonna get you involved.
But...
Just leave Sawa-sensei's case to me. Don't you have your own cases to solve?
Yagami-san... Okay.
Listen, you're a brilliant kid. You can't afford to let this throw you off your game, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. If I let that happen, it'll damage the MRC's credibility.
Exactly. So here's what I'm thinking, Amasawa. Let's just carry on like normal. And please spread the word to the rest of the MRC. That'd help me out a bunch.
Yes, I can do that.
Gotta give props to that kid. She's very intelligent and she's very caring. Right. Let's go see the chairman.
Enter. Thank you for coming.
Sure. No problem.
Have a seat if you would. In that detective's report, Sawa-sensei was... Well, it said you were the one who found her body.
That's right.
You had been concerned for Sawa-sensei's safety before the incident. You're able to see things I can't. You have something of a gift for that, Yagami-san.
I wish I could agree with that. But I'm overlooking details. I'm letting too much slip away. And quite frankly, there's still a lot that I haven't figured out yet either.
Like what? May I have an example?
There's this local handyman. Kawana is the name he goes by in the city. Right before it happened, I ran into him in front of Sawa-sensei's apartment. There's no way it was a coincidence.
So, you think he could be the culprit?
Actually, I don't think so. Not really. That said, Kawana has something to do with all this. Sawa-sensei may have gotten caught up in his mess. In fact, Kawana is just an alias he uses, and he's being hunted by these thugs from Kamurocho. They're a gang called RK, and it's weird, but they've been looking for this punk named Kawai. And Kawai's connected to it too. Sawa-sensei went to the same school as him 13 years ago.
Wow, these details are flying so far over my head. Your investigation has gone well beyond what I can comprehend, and it's left me in the dust. But I just can't do this anymore. Between my own faculty and the press, I'm being bombarded. I'm afraid it's just too much for me to bear.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But you know what? What's been the hardest part? Is feeling so powerless as all these young people have their lives cut short. Ikushibukun being discovered dead. Ehara-san committing murder on video. And now poor Sawa-sensei's tragedy too. I can't help but feel in my heart that these incidents are related. That somewhere below the surface, all these misfortunes are connected to the same root.
I would have to agree.
Then I suppose it's only a matter of digging down deep enough. Though I couldn't begin to imagine how much soil would have to be turned to uproot it. But one thing, Yagami-san, if you would. Could I ask that you continue to keep digging until you get to the bottom? Can you? Sawa-sensei deserves to have her chance at justice. A wonderful teacher like her. Why? She had a whole future to look forward to, the poor woman. And now this happens. It's just not right.
As it stands, I still need to collect more evidence. So you know, I can't make any promises just yet. I could hit a dead end. But no matter what anyone does, no matter who tries to stop me, I'm gonna keep digging.
You're a saint. These past few days have felt like a never-ending nightmare. What a breath of fresh air. And I appreciate the good news.
Of course. I'm glad we could talk, Chairman.
And now, Sawa-sensei's old class is going to be my next worry. I'm sure you're well aware that that class has some students with a penchant for causing trouble. I fear that with her gone, we may need to prevent a relapse for those bullies you stopped.
Are you referring to Koda-san then? I understand. While I'm working on campus, I'll keep an eye on them.
I should go check out Class 2-2 before I leave the campus.
Yagami-san, what do you want?
You know, things have been really weird around here ever since you showed up. First, they find Mikoshiba-sensei's body. Now Sawa-sensei winds up getting murdered. You the angel of death or something? Is that it?
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Everyone's so damn gloomy. It sucks. Sawa-sensei was popular with all the boys. But her classes were super easy, and honestly pretty boring. You won't catch me moping around crying about it like all these losers. Ha ha! Hypocrites. You assholes were practically celebrating what happened to Mikoshiba-sensei.
Hey, we've heard enough out of you.
Yeah? Fuck off, you little twerp! What do you want, Koda?
Yagami-san, we're fine. There's a lot we don't understand, so we just feel a bit vulnerable right now. But, well, if you learn more about Sawa-sensei, could you please keep us in the loop too?
Oh, please, bitch! What's with this goody two-shoes bullshit?
Fucking chill, Akane. What's your problem?
Like I said before, I'm a detective, and I'm looking into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. That's why I was talking to Sawa-sensei. It's highly likely she got wrapped up in that case. So make no mistake, I'm going to find the truth about what happened to them both.
Kinda pointless. The internet's already branded Mikoshiba-sensei as the villain in all this. Everyone says he had it coming since he used to be a bully himself.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my report, just drop me a line. Maybe seeing my work might put things into perspective for you.
Detective my ass. Just get out of my face!
What a bitch. Pure bitch. Hopefully she dies in a car crash or something.
So, about Akane. She was really into Mikoshiba-sensei. They got along great, chatted all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. She thought they had a connection, but turns out it was only one way. Now, she's always so pissed off. Keeps driving herself over the edge because she can't even reach the brakes. I'm not saying all this because I expect you to forgive us.
The fact that you recognize you did some awful things is a step in the right direction, at least.
I'm sorry, Koda. For everything we did to you.
You can't expect her to ever forgive you. If anything, expect that she never will.
I know.
That said, good job apologizing.
Thanks.
Still doesn't excuse Akane for being a bitch though, even if there was a connection. But at least he's a bit more sensible, and he is being more of a decent human being than Clown Features, who ran off. Right, where do we head to now? Leave the school. Okay, first floor. I should head back to Yokohama 99 so we can hammer out our strategy. Okay, we've still got some skill points. 11,000, yeah. EX extension level 2. EX gauge decreases slower during EX boost. Effect active during EX boost. Right, we are going to come off soon, guys. We're going to do a couple more missions. Last time I checked, I think it was like 5 hours since we've been streaming. But a lot has happened in this stream. And we can't really end it here yet. We need to find out a bit more information. So we're not going to leave the game just yet, but we will be coming off it fairly soon. Maybe the next. See how this Yokohama thing ends up.
stay down.
Why is this always what a waste. And stay down.
Right, we're gonna go straight to the Yokohama complex. There's coin down here to get to 19,000. Perfect.
Hey, welcome back, Tom.
Good to see you, Yagamishi. How'd things go at school?
The chairman told the entire student body about Sawa-sensei at an assembly. Everyone's pretty shaken up.
Yeah. Can't even imagine. I gave the yearbook I took from her room yesterday to Tsukumo. Why don't you check it out later, Yagami-san?
Still can't wrap my head around what I saw last night. We have to avenge Sawa-sensei. Right, Talk?
I agree with you.
We've been waiting for you, Yagamishi. Let's plan our next moves. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
While in a meeting yesterday, Sawa-sensei received a call that her apartment was broken into, prompting her to go home. Judging from the events that followed, RK must have called her using the apartment manager's name. And that's how they got to Sawa-sensei.
But RK wasn't after Sawa-sensei. They were actually after Kuwana, weren't they?
Yeah, Akutsu and Soma both said so. I think Sawa-sensei was used to lure Kuwana out.
Why would Sawa-sensei be bait to draw out Kuwana? How the hell are those two connected?
That too, but why is RK even after Kuwana-san? Thugs from Kamurocho want a handyman in Ichincho?
Right. There's still a lot we don't know. We need to find Kuwana before RK does and get some answers out of him. Kuwana isn't even his real name. Apparently it's Kitakata. RK didn't seem to be familiar with the name Kuwana. Truth is, we don't know anything about Kuwana. All we know is that he's a handyman in Ijincho.
I haven't been able to contact Kawana-san since yesterday, but I left a message asking him to reply.
Where's the office for his handyman business?
He ran his whole operation from a cell phone. Not even his business card lists an address. Oh yeah, Kaito-san. Didn't you call up all the places we went drinking? Did you find out where he lives?
Yep, just found out. Looks like Kawana lives in some kind of prefab shack off West Central Street. Sounds like pretty shitty conditions for a guy charging up the ass for his time.
Well, if we know that much, we might as well go take a look.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Tsukumo, we'll talk more later.
You never slow down, Yagamishi.
And on that, we are gonna leave it there, guys. We've done quite a bit of the storyline. We've actually raised ourselves, I think, 3 chapters, possibly. I think we were at chapter 5 at the start of this. So we've done quite a bit. Obviously the main problem and the main thing of the story this time round is Sawa Sensei's death. And we almost died too. Yagami almost died too. If it wasn't for, you know, the thugs obviously were too stupid enough not to throw the phone into the river. Otherwise the GPS is still intact up until the point, you know, it's completely smashed up or thrown into a river or something. So I think Yagami might have been fucked if it wasn't for the thugs being stupid. But saying that, we had Segura and Kaito-san come to the hideout, or the area that they were at, and they obviously saved Yagami, and Yagami obviously saved himself. Let me go into the case file for a minute to remember some names. So we had Akutsu and Soma. Soma was the one that killed and ended the life of Saori Sensei, I think her name is. Yokosawa. Well, she is called Saori Sensei, or they call her Saori Sensei, I think. But anyway, while obviously we thought she was safe, Soma came and basically ended her life. At the time we didn't know that, as Yagami was chained up. They were after Kawana, which again his name was, well, it wasn't his real name. His real name is Kitakata, which is a bit of a strange name, but apparently that's his real name. He ran off while we obviously saved his life as well, but that's who they were after apparently. But anyway, we escaped it. Unfortunately, Sawa Sensei died because of it. It's very sad, to be honest. I thought she wouldn't have died, but that is the great side of this game. You know, you don't really expect certain things. Yes, the combos and the fighting the street thugs and things like that are fairly, how can I explain it? They're fairly repetitive. And the only reason I keep getting into street fights and doing them is A, because they're, like I said before, A, because they're right in front of me and I don't want to be a coward running away, and B, being the main one, is that we get a lot of skill points from doing these kind of battles, which we've upgraded quite a lot of skill points now, to the point where we are still at 59%. I thought we might have hit 60%, but oh, we have got some skill points we can upgrade now. Can we not use any skill points? Okay, I think I've upgraded everything that much. Apart from obviously I need some skill books, I think, are required. But I think I've upgraded them that much that we now can only kind of upgrade things 10,000 skill points or above. So we've done quite a lot. We have got 7,000 skill points. So obviously the next battle we get into, or next big mission we do, we should have enough to get to 60%. But we are only on 110. Well, not only, we've done quite a lot. We're on 110 out of 184 skill points and skills that can be acquired. Also, the fact is that we need some skill point or skill books that we need to find. That's locked because we are needing to learning requirement Tiger's health boost level 3. So we need the Tiger health boost to be level 3, and also, so we need all of them to be at their highest level. What? Oh, thought you said something there. So we've got Tiger's health boost at the highest level. We need to get Cranes and Snakes at the highest level in order to start this one. And it's the same with these again. As for some of these skills, I think some abilities, for example, that requires a skill book, the Loyal Dog of Bushu. So I'm assuming these are going to be like side missions where we'd get them, or we would gain them by buying them, maybe. We'll find them at some point anyway, but need 40,000 skill points for that, so I'm assuming this is going to be a massive one. But yeah, most of them are over 10,000 now, so we're doing really well in terms of that. So we're going to save it. I think I've already saved it. Let's just double check anyway. So we are going to leave it there. We've done about, I'll tell you exactly how long I stream for now. So it's actually 7 hours. 6 hours and 57 minutes, which I'd count as 7 hours. So done quite a bit. But that's sometimes what you've got to do in these kind of games, because it's a long kind of game. Yes, they'll be split up in segments on YouTube, which is probably where you're going to be watching one part of this whole stream. But in terms of me actually playing it, you don't really get much done if you only do like 2 hours. 4 hours is usually the norm of getting a decent amount done. And then you're talking 6 hours or more where you kind of get enough done. You think, you know, you get enough done. We've got more than enough done in this game, but only because chapter 6 and 7 were short chapters and we had no side missions along the way. So that was that as well. We've got quite a lot of side missions that are uncovered yet, so I think obviously once we progress in the storyline we'll be able to have them as well. And then they'll just pop up around the map like they do sometimes with question marks. So anyway, I'm going to come off now, guys. I will see you in the next stream. Hope you had a good time watching if you have, and I hope you enjoy it if you're watching it on YouTube. Peace out. Peace out, man. Peace out.